Most Christians, especially pastors, do not get this. Love God, love people is not part of the new covenant teaching of Jesus Christ. Sure, Jesus said it, but when he said it, he was not teaching, but rather answering a question. That question was asked by a Pharisee lawyer, testing Jesus, trying to implicate him. While Mark records the question as, "What is the greatest commandment?" Matthew says the question was deeper, "What is the great commandment of the law?" There is a big difference between Matthew and Mark that has been overlooked for 2,000 years. The addition of the three words, "in the law," clarifies for us that the lawyer was referring to the law of Moses, the Levitical law, which includes the 10 Commandments. He was not referring to the new covenant, since the new covenant began in the blood of Jesus, on the cross. Jesus answers by quoting Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 5, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength." Then Jesus adds, from Leviticus chapter 19 verse 18, "The second is this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself." This is the essence of love God, love people. Then, something interesting happens again in Matthew chapter 22 verse 40. Jesus adds the disclaimer that is overlooked all the time. He states, "On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets." Did you get that? Jesus says that love God, love people, is the law and the prophets. In other words, love God, love people, is the Old Covenant, the Big Ten, the 10 Commandments, the Law of Moses. Now let's look at something Jesus said earlier in his ministry. Luke chapter 16 verse 16 and Matthew chapter 11 verse 13 state, "The law and the prophets were until John." Jesus was referring to John the Baptist. So if love God, love people, is the law and the prophets, and the law and the prophets were until John the Baptist, then logic would tell us that love God, love people is not part of the new covenant of Jesus Christ. How do you tie these verses together? Like and subscribe to receive more challenges like this. Please share your thoughts.